So got a little bit of an update of what I'm doing camera wise. A lot of people ask me how I run the camera on the boat, and I thought I'd do this little video to show you how. Get a lot of questions on my YouTube channel how I record my videos and what I use, so I thought I'd do this quick little video of some new updates that I'm going to use and how I did it in the past. So for probably 4 or 5 years I've been recording using the Garmin Verb, which has been a great little camera, but it's started to play up of late, and I'm getting a lot of moisture inside the case while it's on charge, and it's actually steaming up the case. So I've been looking at options to improve that, but the Garmin Verb has been a great camera, and running it on the pole, recording all day has been absolutely brilliant. So of late, my camera's been fogging up a fair bit, and the footage hasn't been as good. But the Garmin was really good because I could set it up on 720p on a 128 gig card and record the whole 7 hours of my fishing time. Well, one of the things that's created is a problem of hours and hours of useless footage. So setting up the Garmin was great because I could have the permanent power to the device all of the time. But GoPro came out with an external case, which was an added option, about $129, and I bought that. But the problem was that it wasn't very water resistant. The microphone and everything was good. It's good for recording stuff, but so I'll just show you what I mean by that. So you can see here that the outer shell goes on, the charging port's on the inside there, so you'll see it, and you've got to take the outer door off the GoPro itself, which then doesn't make this water resistant anymore. Obviously it's not going to be waterproof, but water resistant. So I stuck with the Garmin, but with the problems I've been having with the Garmin overheating while it's on permanent power, it was time to looking to see what GoPro have bought out, and they've bought out some new products, and I'm going to show you those products now. I'll do a screenshot of these so you can see, or a photo of these to see what they are. But they're a through door charging, and it is water resistant, so it will handle the rain. Obviously it's not waterproof, but it comes with its own cord and a new door for the GoPro. And I've decided to upgrade to the remote, which I'll show you that as well, and I'll show you how to pair this up. So I'm going to use the function now with through the GoPro itself, which is called hindsight, and I don't get hours and hours of unused footage that's just clogging up space on all my hard drives. So you'll be able to see here that the charging cord wraps through and holds into place, but it just slides through the outer door itself. It's got a nice little connection in here, which is only used with the GoPro charger, so it fits perfectly. So it goes through the door hole, and wrapping it in, and it goes into the outer shell itself. So you'll see now that I've got on my YOLO stick with the extendable pole. But the good part is that now I have water resistant charging, which comes out of the USB on the back here. And one of the good things you get with the YOLO stick is the putty, which you can put around the end. So I don't have to detach this all the time to get my footage off it. When I get home, I can just hook it up to the Wi-Fi and download it to my GoPro subscription. Unlimited storage on there, so I don't have to worry about taking it on and off anymore. So I can seal this up with the putty. And this one doesn't have to be done with the putty, but this one can be sealed up with the putty, and I don't have to take it on and off anymore. A couple other things is that I'm going to be able to record in a higher resolution than I used to, because I used to have to drop the resolution to get length in my videos. This one here, I will be able to record Generally, I like to record in 1080p for fishing, but I could do 2.7 or 4K if I wanted to. So what else I bought? Obviously with the GoPro subscription, which a lot of people might not understand, is it gives you discounts with the GoPro store itself as well. So I use that quite regularly. So not only do I get free cloud storage with the subscription, you also get discounts. So using my discounts, I bought the GoPro Remote, which can be used as a lanyard or a wrist strap or just in your pocket. And I'm going to use the hindsight function on the GoPro itself. So when I catch a fish, I'll just be able to press start. It will backdate the 30 seconds before the fish capture, so you never miss a fish capture, and I don't have to continually to record to get that. All those precious moments you think you've missed because your GoPro's not on, you'll be able to get now with the remote. I'm going to show you how that works. So as I said there, that's the GoPro Remote. I haven't hooked this up, so you're going to go through with me while I hook this up to my GoPro, and I'll show you how I set that up. Right, so I've had to put the glasses on, but to show you the power buttons on the top, it was as simple as pressing the power button and it was ready to go. So it tells you to link with the camera. You go into the camera settings itself, which is those ones there, and hit on connections, which brings up that screen there, and then it tells you to connect a device. You hit that and it pairs up very easily. All I have to do is press the button on the remote and it will start recording. You can also use voice commands, but sometimes when I'm trying to be quiet out in the boat, the voice commands don't work. So this is a direct link in itself. Alright, so on the GoPro, I don't know how this will film. So on the GoPro itself, we've got a fair bit of glare there behind it, but there are different settings on the GoPro itself, and I have set one up which is set up as water on mine, which is recording at 1080p at 60 frames a second in linear, and it's on hindsight, so you can see there it's ticking away. It's not actually dumping to the memory card until I press start on either the remote or the camera itself. So yes, with a GoPro, you do have to be careful at how you set it up and what you're setting up. But for vlogging, interviewing style things like this, linear is much better than wide. You've got a super wide, you've got all the stabilizations, everything else you can get into. But in general, what you want to do is try and record in linear, especially from the back of the boat. That wide angle sort of balloons everything out and doesn't make it look as good. I do run wide angle if I'm, say, fishing a bank and I need to see the lure out in the water, but generally for fishing off the boat, that sort of thing, I'd try and keep it in a linear setting, and just every now and again change out to wide. So you'll see in hindsight itself, as I said, I don't know if that'll work there or zoom in on it, hold it steady enough, that the counter at the top is actually counting down. So I've got mine set on 30 seconds, so it'll record the last 30 seconds. So when I press the button on the top or the controller, it will dump that last 30 seconds onto the GoPro's memory card and whatever until you press stop again. So that was a 38-second clip, if that makes sense. So hopefully that'll give you an idea of where I'm going with my recording. So hopefully when I get home, my editing's a heap better, in the sense that all I have to do now is look at fish captures instead of 10 hours or 14 hours of tournament fishing. So the GoPro will be set on the back of the boat now instead of the Garmin. It will be set on hindsight, so it'll record, and all I've got to do is press the start button on the remote, or actually the record button on the camera. It doesn't really matter. And as I said, you could use voice controls, but when you're trying to be discreet or quiet, the voice controls can be a little bit off-putting. So gone with the remote, and I'll let you know how it goes over the next couple of trips. I've got a few months off now to do some filming, so I'm looking forward to that. So my main camera that I record all my vlogging and photography and everything on is my Canon M50, which I'm recording on now. It does my still shots and my interview process. I use it as my webcam as much as I can as well. But for my action cameras, I've now got the GoPro set up all the way through, and I will repurpose the Verb itself. It's been a great camera, but I'm going to repurpose this to maybe just an underwater shot camera or something like that, that I can just take maybe the fish releases, stuff like that, which I've been using the GoPro for. So hopefully that helps you out. YOLO stick on the back of the boat is important because you get permanent power. It can run on hindsight all day. Yeah, plugged in through the USB. I've now got the water resistant door that comes with the GoPro itself, so I'm going to be using that. And then I've also purchased the remote, so I will fiddle with the remote. There are other functions on here. You can change the settings through the remote itself. It's got a little LED display to tell you what's going on, so you don't have to go to the back of the boat and change anything. So that's how I do it, and I'll let you know how I go going forward. One of the other things that people ask me is audio. It's very hard to get permanent audio from the boat, especially through the GoPro, now that I've set it up this way with just the charging port in there, so I won't be running it that way. But I do have the Rode style microphone set up with the pieces. One's on the camera at the moment, going to the wireless one. With the old GoPro connection, I could plug in external audio, which I can't do now when it's sitting on the back of the boat. So I'll have to work out if the audio is good enough for the boat situation, but definitely for the interview situation using the M50, I try and use the external mic as much as I can. So as I said, having the GoPro set up, I've got the GoPro over there, I've got the M50 here, just so you can see. Using the remote, I can turn the GoPro on and off, which yeah, is a big bonus. So put some comments in, let us know what you think, and anything that you've done to improve it, to help me out. And yeah, it's all about learning.